The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. Okay, I need to take my own advice and enter the cave of YouTube. If you stay past these next 60 seconds, you will get into some of my whys. The whys, they say, are like your glue. They hold you to your goal even when it's challenging and you're struggling. So they're really important to connect with your why in whatever it is, whatever your goal might be, so that you too can stay glued and not get distracted from pursuing your important and worthy goals. Hi, I'm Laura McGahee, and I am beginning this journey, a dedicated journey of sharing content on YouTube with the goal to be monetized. Yes. Are you with me? Perhaps you too are a small channel, a content creator, and you are also desiring to share in a bigger way, get more serious. Well, you can follow along on my journey as I get open and honest and vulnerable and breaking through my fears and sharing more here. Welcome. I will be sharing in this playlist all about my journey to monetization, the methods that I'm using, my motivations, the metrics, my mental space, and much more. As of right now, it's the 1st of May 2025. I have 62 wonderful subscribers. Thank you for being here. If that's you. If not, it's not too late. You can join in and get that number boosted. And I have 7.9 watch hours. Now, YouTube requires you to have 1,000 subscribers minimum and also 4,000 watch hours within a 1 year period to be monetized. So that's my goal, and I am going to be holding steady and patiently but persistently working towards that goal in sharing more quality content. But let's get into it. This video is about my motivations. Why do I want to share on YouTube? Now, I have, maybe like you, explored other social media platforms, but I hadn't felt quite right on any of them, to be honest. And it's again that first sentence I shared: the treasure you seek is in the cave, you're avoiding going in. And I know that YouTube has been the platform for me, but I've just been putting it off. I did begin in 2020 by posting a couple very vulnerable videos, but I kind of neglected it. I've bounced around. I've been sharing some YouTube shorts, which I really love doing. They're really playful and fun. But I've avoided the long form content. And so I've felt a pull recently, and I decided that I'm going to be committed to it, and I'm just going to go for it. Now is the time. So here we go. My motivation is that I like the platform. So first off, I find it as a user really friendly, and you're here too. So perhaps you find it friendly and easy to use and good information as well. So I thought, as a user, I like it. So perhaps it's also a good place for me to be sharing more of my content. Secondly, I am a content creator. I've been a school teacher for the past almost 20 years, but just recently retired to pursue other passions. And so I've always been creating, activities and lessons, etc., for students. I thought it only natural to extend my reach. I've always felt this calling to share more widely, a bigger platform. Well, I think YouTube is it. This will do it. I also believe that education is to draw out the best in people, to educe the best from people. And so if I can share here my content on YouTube, it really will help to draw out the best from you and anyone else who's listening. Thirdly, YouTube helps foster meaningful communication. So here I find with the long form content, you can really create videos that matter, meaningful messages, and things that move people in the direction of more love and more kindness. Fourthly, I want to help others grow. I have been so fortunate myself to have experienced many opportunities for growth and access to great information, great education, that now I really feel this duty to share. I heard the quote, "When you get, give," and that really strikes a chord with me, because I really believe that it's in the service of others that we really grow and that we really transform even further. So I feel like if I can help you grow and share information that I've learned, that not only does it help you, but that it helps my evolution as well. So in sharing here on YouTube, I am paying forward all of the beautiful lessons and gifts that I've received and helping you to transform in the ways that are meaningful and important to you. YouTube is a place where you can advocate and share messages that are important and meaningful and significant to you. And so I feel that this is a space where I can share openly about things that I think are important insofar as living a whole and well life, a merry nature. And so when we can really respect, all of life, it impacts the human life in a really positive way as well. And you begin to feel merrier and more joyful. And I can't wait to share more about those messages with you in the coming videos. I'm checking my papers, nothing fancy here. Another thing about my work is it's going to be super simple. It's going to be very minimalist. I believe in simplicity. I believe in raw and authenticity. And so that's something that you'll see coming here from me. Love how YouTube offers a platform to give solutions. It's a lot of how-to videos. And so when we can access great information and be solution oriented, not be stuck in a problem, I love that. And so I really support YouTube. I want to give my time and my energy to YouTube because I feel that it's a place where real good information is shared. It helps people be uplifted and find solutions and new ideas and move life forwards in a really positive way. I love Gandhi's quote, "Be the change you want to see in the world." On this platform, we can really be the example and show the way for others. And again, it's like paying forward. Comes back to my previous message, when you get, give. But be the example of truth. Be the example of authenticity. There's so much fake news out there. There's so much covering up of the real authentic self that when I can show up with my gray hair and be proud of it in my 40s, that showing that women, that we don't need to be covering up. We don't need to, and even men, we don't need to be covering up our true selves. We can show up as our authentic self. Know that that is a beautiful thing. Go on, be your pure, wild self. It is welcome here on YouTube as long as it is kind and helpful. Number 8, more of a personal motivation where I will transform my own self even further. And by having the courage to step out here and share my messages, push post. If you're seeing this video, I have pushed post. And it's a way for me to honor myself and really step forwards into more of my truths. And so I love that it offers me that opportunity. Move beyond my fears of talking too much, move beyond my fears of not knowing what to say, move beyond my fears of like my messages not being welcome, and be proud of myself, be confident that my messages are worthy of sharing and of listening to. I feel this from deep within, this urge and this calling to share at a greater scale than what I was just doing in a classroom, for example. I feel that my messages are needed and will help move humanity forwards in a really uplifted way. So I feel this call and I really want to honor it because I don't want to live with regret. Number 10, this is the message that really means something to me. This is a space for joy. So I am Laura McGahey. Merry Nature is a space to believe in possibilities, to inspire each other, to know that what you're dreaming, what you are thinking is possible to achieve. With a little grit, with a little determination and perseverance and working at it, you can attract and be all that good that you desire. And so I want this to be a little pocket of joy in the world. When you come to this space, you'll see in my many shorts how I add play to my life and include it in a regular basis. And I find that that really helps boost the mood when we can just get engaged with life, participate in life, and live on the sunny side of the street, so they say. It really helps you be that solutions-oriented person, and I love to show that here on my channel. There we go. Those are my 10 motivations, my whys, my glue to staying true and faithful. You're going to hold me accountable to producing this series over the next few weeks so that I can show you my transformation here on YouTube. So thank you for tuning in and follow this journey to monetization. You're more than welcome. Click subscribe so you don't miss my next video. Happy you're here.